Hello everyone, welcome back to another simple recipe. Today's we're going to be making pizza dough. This pizza dough is easy to remember because it's all weighted and called the 1667 pizza dough recipe. And why it's called that is because it's 1,000 grams of all-purpose flour, 600 grams of water, 40 grams of olive oil, 20 grams of yeast, and 7 grams of table salt. It's easy to remember. The final weight should end up being 1667. Easily pull out the ingredients, make it without having to look up the recipe or try to remember anything because it's very straightforward. This is my go-to pizza dough recipe, and I make it all the time, and I love it. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start by adding our flour. And I pre-weighed out all these. Water. All except for the salt and these guys. Just a little bit of salt. And this is enough to make, for me, 5 small pizzas. Well, 5 personal pizzas. So you get a lot of dough out of this. As much as I love using spoons and hooks for mixing, eventually you just gotta get your clean hands in there and start kneading it by hand. And you just want to knead until all the ingredients are fully mixed together. And if you want to add like spices and herbs to your dough mix, which I normally do, now would be the time to do it. My favorite to add is usually garlic powder and oregano. And you just want to knead this for about 10 to 15 minutes until everything's well worked in. Okay, now as it's mixed in, it's a little high moisture flour, so it is going to be a little sticky. But that's okay. That's how it is supposed to be. Now we want to put it in our bowl and we want to keep it covered for about 2 to 3 hours to let it rise. And then after that, we'll get it going in the oven. Okay, it's been 2.5 hours now. As you can see, our dough has risen beautifully. We got our oven preheated to 450 degrees. Not everyone has them, but I have a pizza stone, so I've got my stone preheated as well. But if not, just get a pan, lay it out, cover it with some oil. But we're going to use a pizza stone today. And to prep that, I'm getting some cornmeal. And I'm going to use that to dust the dough to make it non-stick. So I'm just going to get a good layer of the cornmeal. Now, I'm not the best at making round pizzas. Very geometry challenged. So this is going to be more of a rounded rectangle. And I said earlier, depending on the size of the pizzas, you get about 5 personal size pizzas. So I usually make them a little bit bigger than this. Okay, now I got it stretched out. I'm going to put it into the oven for a little bit till it just starts to be able to hold its shape before I pull it out and add the toppings. Okay, I just put the pizza in the oven. I'm going to leave it in probably about 10 minutes or until the dough starts to hold its shape before I pull it out, and I'm going to add the toppings. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. Our pizza dough is ready for its toppings. We're going to do the very famous barbecue Hawaiian pizza. And the cheese we're going to be using, from a previous video, we made homemade mozzarella. So we're going to get some of this sliced. For barbecue Hawaiian pizza, just instead of tomato sauce, you just do a little bit of barbecue sauce. Not too much. Just enough for flavor. Okay, and you spread that around. Okay, then we're going to take our mozzarella. If you want to see how we make this cheese, we'll leave a link in the description of the video. Now for step 1 of this barbecue on pizza, for top, we're gonna do some honey baked ham. Just gonna cut slices into little pieces and just kind of top it. Do some pineapple. We're doing diced. That way it's more for flavor. You don't get that texture. A little there and a little right there. Okay, now we're gonna put this back in the oven until the crust starts to get golden brown. And then we'll pull it out and be ready to serve.
Restart.
Okay. Okay, well, back in a couple minutes. It hasn't been that long, but our pizza's starting to get that wonderful golden brown. And take a look at that. Our nice homemade barbecue Hawaiian pizza. And a nice crunch on the crust. Heads up, it's very hot. That cheese is nice and creamy. Wonderful. And that's it. That's a quick, easy, homemade pizza crust. Thank you for joining us. Hope you liked the recipe, and we'll see you next video.